Stand by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve. This is Live with Neve. Iconic musicians, comedians, and entertainers of all types. Interviews, comedy, and God knows what else. Hold on!
All right. How's everybody doing? It is 3 o'clock on the East Coast. I'm joined by Julie Bruno and the lovely Sydney Irving from upstate New York. We're here to have a little talk, music, fun. If anybody's calling in, today there is no phone calls in because we have technical failure. However, we'd still love to talk to you. So over on the right side of the page, in your space it might be different, but you can comment on any of the Facebook feeds or YouTube and we will all see them. I will do my best to respond, but right now I'd really like to talk to Sydney. Julie, good morning.
Good
Sydney,
morning.
welcome to our show.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
How are you?
I'm fantastic because I'm with you guys today. Thank you so much.
Great. Well, we're really happy to have you here. So tell us, Sydney, tell me a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you have some very nice songs you do, some you've written. We've listened to some stuff and really enjoyed it. That's why we're here talking. I always say that a lot of folks talk about the young people of today, and guys my age are all like, "Oh, they're no good. They're going to go down. It's the end of the world. But when we die, nobody will know anything." And yet, here you guys are, young kids who are playing music, have things to do, and other than all the stereotypical. And I don't want to be one of those old guys always grouching about the kids. It's like, they used to grouch about me. I had long hair. It's every generation has to scare their parents just a little bit.
Just a little.
We want to obey them for the most part.
Yeah.
And I jokingly say that. Do what your parents tell you because they're doing something right. I say that. Hi, Mom. You've raised a wonderful daughter here. So, Sydney, tell us what started you in this journey, if you will.
Well, so I'm from Syracuse, New York, upstate New York, and I've been playing guitar since I was about 9 or 10, and it all started in a dark alley. I was walking, and there was a wizard, and the wizard handed me a Breedlove guitar and told me to play music, so we've just been going from there.
Wow, well, you got a Breedlove, which I must say, I started on a Sears Silvertone. Look at that. Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, that was kind of a lucky event out of nowhere. Does anyone in your family play?
No, the only thing that I know of is I think I had a great uncle on my dad's side that was an opera singer, but besides that, that's the only music in the family. Interesting.
Well, once you started playing, do you have friends that you played with? Did you take lessons? How did that unfold at your present time?
Yeah, so I started lessons when I was about 9 with a guy that my dad went to school with. His name is Lauren Kraskowski, and he's like my guitar guru. And I've been doing lessons with him since then, really. And I've been able to play with a bunch of like my friends and create a band, Sydney Irving and the Mojo, and we go out and play all over New York State and have a bunch of fun,
Excellent. How many folks do you have in your band when you go out?
So it's a 4-piece band. So there's myself, and then we have Luke Hart on lead guitar. We have Evan Tennant on drums, and then Randy Tennant on bass guitar.
Excellent. I'm sorry for a moment. Somebody was asking a question about you. So I was drawn by, fancy shiny lights. I'm an old guy. I kind of get distracted easy and start off on a tangent. You'll find out you're here. That's pretty cool. How do you guys practice? I'm curious, do you have a studio recording place you go to, or do you do it at somebody's house?
Well, right now we're kind of in rotation, so we'll do it at my house, or we have a practice space that we can go to, and so we kind of rotate between the few locations.
So I'm guessing if practice is at your house, your mom and dad must be. My mom was a great band mom. Are your folks like that?
Yeah, I would say so. They're super supportive, and I really appreciate everything they do for me because without them, I definitely would not be uh, doing music the way that I am today.
Well, it's cool. Hats off to your folks, as I said earlier. When I have younger people on the show, I remember way back in the Pleistocene era when I don't know, Australopithecus roamed the desert, my ancestors. And what made like me have music in my blood, I had no idea. My mom was a horrible piano player, but she always knew where to find me. In fact, her piano player called. She was a very dour lady back in the 50s trying to teach my mom. It was
Yeah.
back when they'd like wrap your knuckles with piano and
Dude,
stuff.
that happened to me too. That happened to me.
Did it?
Like, yes, yeah. I because I was that kid at piano lessons where I just want to play. I don't want to read the music. I don't care. I already know it in my head. I hear it in my, I know it by ear, and I start playing. And no, Julie, no, and I'm like, that was done. I was done after that. I'm like, I'll just play it the way I do it.
Well, it's interesting how music education has evolved. I mean, myself, I'd always put them in a cage in the studio and they'd have to watch me terrorize the first student. By the end of that, they'd all do what I told them to do. Cut the sticks out. I'm a drummer. I'd get out a big marching stick and crack them on the elbow. No, I'm kidding. I really never, I promise you, anybody, if I've ever taught your child anything, I can assure it didn't do any corporal punishment. It's above I'm just here to show you a paradiddle. So recording wise, what have you guys done recording wise recently or planning to do?
Yeah, so I have I have 4 albums out right now, and then I have my 5th one coming out very shortly. It's in the works of being released, I suppose, and so we're putting out the CD very shortly, and you can check that out on my website, Sydney Irving Music. It's called Relax with Fiends, and I already have 2 singles out, and we made music videos for both of them. And you can find
Great.
my YouTube and all over the place.
Well, that's great. I find it. I think it's just great that you've done that much, have a body of work at a young age. That's really good.
Thank you.
Uncle Neil will tell you, write every day. Every day, take a time and block it out. Even if it's just a day. I find myself it's easier when I feel like getting up early in the morning. That's the best time for me. But everybody finds their own mojo and thing. But I find the common thing in most of the really good songwriters that I see and know, they are writing like all the time. And if you do that, the discipline that comes from it, you'll eventually be able to write a song in a half. Our good friend Charlie Allen, Charlie, if you're watching out there, he's the kind of guy down in Nashville. Hey, Charlie, I'll see you in the spring.
Yeah, I know.
I'll see you in April, God willing. We'll be
Hopefully
down in
before
Nashville.
that. Hopefully before.
Well, we'll have him on the show, of course.
Oh, okay, good.
We have to just call and catch up, see what he's up to. I know he's up to all kind of fun stuff. I live vicariously through one of my friends. He's a country singer and has a lot of fun. And he's just, I brought him up because this is the kind of guy who could sit down and, he could sit down with anybody in country that you could think of and go, oh, you need a song? Sure. What do you want to make it about? And he'll just sit down and pop it out. We had his manager on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
Diane, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart, but Diane is excellent.
Delana, yes.
I pronounced it wrong, which I felt like such a boob. I'm like, I know this girl's name. She's a wonderful person, and she does, like she was telling me about, Charlie will just sit down and bang one out. It'll be good. And I think it's because he's done it a few 100,000 times in his life.
That's really
and you're young, so the fact that you've got you're on your 6th album, that's just tremendous.
Yes, congratulations.
And you obviously have videos. So tell me about your recording process. When you were recording and you brought your folks together and your band, how did it go, and what was the process you followed?
Well, so from the beginning, the albums have kind of varied with style and how we record them and everything. So the first one came out when I was 14, so it's very different than it was on the first album. The first one we went in and we recorded everything in one day.
Right.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was very guitar, ukulele based, and I just went in and recorded them kind of live, I guess, because I just sang
Sure.
It's what people today call it like being organic or going raw. You just went in there and you just and you just let your talent come out and speak for itself.
Thank you.
right? And that's just what and that's something that not every artist ever masters or ever even gets
sure.
close to. Am I right, Neil, or am I wrong?
No, you're right. And all I know is I've listened to people and read a lot of books about songwriting. For me, music's just like anything. I like you. I started very young, so I've been doing this a long time, since I was like 8 or 9, and I've seen it all. But it's here I am. I'm almost 60 years old, and it gives me great. I'm always happy when I see young musicians we get on the show, because our show's aimed at boomers, but I like to think that it's also aimed at the kids of boomers. Because a lot, like my daughter's music, both of them, their taste in music was influenced by me. It was influenced by my mom. And that's because, like, my mom influenced me. And I have records from my grandfather, a lot of Frank Sinatra. And the older you get, and, you have a whole career in front of you and a life, all kinds of cool stuff's going to happen. You can't even imagine now because it hasn't happened. And you're on the right trajectory to do something that a lot of people think about it. And I feel bad for the people who don't have something that they're so full of passion about, that they just love doing what they do. A kid like you, I'm guessing, do your parents have to nag you to practice or any of that stuff?
Not really. I spend a lot of my time on my bedroom floor playing guitar.
Yes.
Cool.
I did that too, playing keyboard and all of that. Yes, learn by myself.
Well, back in my day, we were.
Oh God, here we go.
When we broke guitar strings, we had to steal them off a rope wire and cut them to the gauge we knew we needed.
What? Wait, did you have a jug and just one of those holes and a one-string bass?
Played the washboard.
The washboard. There we go. Yeah, that's
I
it.
have one within distance here. I could get
You do not.
Americana on you. I do.
You do not. Oh my God. Of course you do. Why am I surprised by this? I shouldn't be surprised at all.
Well, it
I
makes
should know
noises.
this.
It's easy.
Exactly.
To play. Here's the other thing: you've never seen a guy like Yo-Yo Ma, the master of the scratch board. Never happened. I've never seen. I don't think.
I wonder why.
Has ever been in Lincoln Center. I mean, I may be wrong, but I don't know. It could be possible. Tell me, who are the artists growing up that you really dig, Sydney? Like when you
digged. Well, I think I started music because of Taylor Swift and like her lyrics. I think over time it's kind of turned into like Tom Petty, Ryan Adams, The Doors, people like that who lyrics are at the base of it. I just love the lyrics a lot, and then the music is just so like catchy and people can relate to it.
That is cool.
I was.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
And all I was going to say is it's funny. The more I keep talking to you, the more I like your parents and you. Oh, that was you. She just jumped out of my. It's like I think we need John Spear on the phone. He's our.
What happened?
All of a sudden, Sydney started playing a song off to my left on her YouTube page.
Oh.
At any rate, it just started. It was metaphysically transmitted, and I think John has told us. John's one of our guests, and he basically is a ghost hunting apparition chasing
investigator.
Problems. If you have problems in your house, and he told me a long time ago when we had him on the show that I've got some haunting going on here in the studio.
Huh.
I think. I don't know, like the green screen rippled just a moment ago, and then all of a sudden you popped on playing.
It's a sign.
The reasons why we keep Spear on I have him on speed dial on the phone.
That's spooky.
I think we may have to get him involved. This is like some kind of poltergeist activity. Sydney, have you ever had any poltergeist activity at your house?
Luckily, no. I was so creeped out. I don't think I would sleep.
Have you ever watched the Ghost Hunters show where they chase everybody around at night?
Yeah.
I found him outside my house. That was kind of a dead
No,
giveaway
you did
that I
not.
might have a problem. I swear to God, I was upstairs. I was just relaxed, TV on, subwoofer cranked, and I started hearing some weirdness. And I'm looking around, and the lights
You could hear
were
that
flashing.
over the subwoofer?
Well, they were chasing something, and it was obviously came out of here. They came down the street. And all of a sudden, they're in my backyard mumbling around. My neighbor downstairs, she's like, what the hell is going on? And they were like, We had an apparition. It came right here. Look at the video camera.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I didn't take my medication today, and I just. Anyhow,
Are you serious?
am I serious, Julie? How long have you known me?
I know because I was falling for it. That's why.
Oh, what a thing. Well, excellent. Well, I'm glad we've had success. Everybody watching.
What an idiot. I mean,
We're
seriously.
watching Sydney Irving.
We're
having
known
a
it
lot
for
of
20
fun.
years.
I'm terrorizing Julie. And Sydney, I'm trying to behave because you're a nice young lady. And, you know, we don't want to have any bad vibes here. It's Christmas time. We're so glad you're with us. For everybody watching, Sydney Irving from upstate New York. This young lady has 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, no, but 6 records. She's working on the 6th right now. And tell me, yeah, you have 5 out, but you're working on the 6th, was my understanding. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, I got to check because, you know, some of my co-hosts will absolutely tell you that occasionally the medicine doesn't work. And I'll be up here going, Sid, what day is it? What day is it? It's not, it is, it's.
July.
Oh, it's coming from you. So that's the problem.
Hey.
It's coming from you. I'm getting it from you. You're spreading it to me.
Well, now I wonder if they chase me around with a video camera, if it'll be all grainy and kind of. We'll have to see.
Sydney,
Okay,
did you have some songs you wanted to play today for us?
I got some songs I can play.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, bring it. Yes.
That's a great timing, Julie. Great timing. Like
That's
she
what I'm
makes
here
the big
for.
bucks. I'm live with Neve.
And I have my hair
Beautiful,
sticking up.
Sydney Irving. Tear it up, girl.
You want to
All
hear
right.
a Christmas song?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Someday Christmas men won't be boys, playing with bombs like boys playing with toys. One warm December, our hearts will see the world where men are free. And someday Christmas there'll be no wars, when we have learned what Christmas is for, when we have found out what life is really worth. There will be peace on earth. Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you or for me, but someday at Christmas time. And someday at Christmas there'll be no tears. All men are equal and no men have fears. One shining moment my heart ran away from the world that we live in today. And someday at Christmas men will not fail. Take all because your love will prevail. Someday in a new world that we can only start with hope and every heart. Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you or for me, but someday at Christmas time there will be peace on earth. There will be peace on earth.
All right. Very nice.
Great. Wonderful.
So,
Great.
what else have you got up your sleeve? You want to play another one?
Sure. I'm gonna play you. I just put out a brand new single just the other week. We put out a music video for it, and
Excellent.
it's called "What Have You Done?" and you can check it out on my website. We put it out on limited edition CD single. We only made 100 of them, all hand signed and numbered, and goes like
I'm going to have to get one for my collection of cool stuff.
that'd be super cool. I really
That
appreciate
would be great. Absolutely. All right. Well, let's take it away. For everybody watching, Sydney Irving singing some songs. Take it away, Sydney.
Hello, goodbye time. lace up feet don't shuffling by. Chance if that place go somewhere as my heartbeat breaks in the green light. Oh, I need an end before the curtains close. Something to hold on after the moment's o'er. And live a life to fill tomorrow's boy. Oh, 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 what have you done? And my colors run down my face, walking through the haze. What have you done? Entice the lonely ones down from grace. What they always hope you say. So what have you done? What have you like tongue-tied melody, baby, tell me what can you say? 'Cause I haven't been sleeping. So come on, darling, take it all, lady. Now, before I crumble down, before I crumble down, oh, 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 oh. What have you done? And my colors run down my face, walking through the haze. Oh, what have you done? Entice the lonely ones down from grace. What they always hope you say. So what have you done? What have you done? Have you done? What have you done? Have you done? What have you done?
All right, all right. Very nice, Sydney.
Great.
So I really, that was a nice song. I can't wait to hear when it's, when you have it finished and it's out and ready to go. That'll be very cool.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
we were talking earlier a bit about your recording process, how the first album was kind of like go in and do it live, which I'm a big fan of it because that's how we started. I started recording bands in my basement on medical uh, tapes of medical conventions that people in my family had attended to. And
Yeah.
so I found all these empty reel-to-reel boxes that were, parasites of indigenous peoples of Tanzania or whatever the particular tape said. And I thought, oh, that means I should do my Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin jams on this, file it under Pygmy peoples of indigenous wherever. Any rate, I recorded them, and you can still record and get great results doing that. So a lot of people haven't been taught how to do it, but really, if just a few people playing in a group, and if you have the right vibe going, it's hard to ruin that. And sometimes producing music, I tell a producer or myself, I try to think of it. I haven't done a record for anybody in a long time, but you still don't really lose that. Okay, this is what we can do. We're going to get in here, have a lot of ideas, and make it sound just great. But sometimes you have to turn all that pride that the producer might have and say, I've got a million ideas. You have to be perceptive enough to sit back and go, wow, why should I touch this? At that point, rather than producing it by putting your particular style, or there's so many ways to produce. It's like, cooking eggs. A million guys have a million selling record will tell you a different way to do something, and they'll both get, all get great results. Getting into you guys in your process, when you've gone in and done it since with the 4-piece, first question is, did you use a producer who guided you, or did you do it? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I told you the first record was like just like live kind of stuff, organic, if we want to sound like trendy and cool. It wasn't intentional to sound trendy and cool, but now we're feeling cool. And then the next record, we kind of had a little bit more production put into it. So there was like drums and bass and some electric guitar, and then from there, the brand new record that's just coming out it was me and then my good friend Steve, and it was just the two of us. And so I would write the song and bring it into him, and he would do the drums, the bass, the guitar, and it was really just like a dual effort, I think, to try to achieve this sound that we wanted to create in order to have like the Sydney Irving sound.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like that answer. The fact that you actually know at this point that you have to have your sound, not somebody else's. You have a great mind for music, and your self-awareness is great. That is such a positive thing too. A lot of folks think their kids are going to get into trouble playing in bands, and it's one of the best ways to avoid getting in trouble. Even though I occasionally, being a young guy in the 70s, things got a little strange for a while. But that said, you learn everything as you go. And music's such a great. We had Roy Bookbinder on yesterday with us. I'm sure you've not heard of him, not because you're not musically broad, but he's the kind of guy that every musician on the planet knows. Any guitar players out there go, Roy is the man. He's unique. He's got his own style, and he's really funny. But he talks about that, finding yourself. And, he's just, I think with Rick, that guy came out of the womb, had a cigarette and his hat on. And he's like, yeah, where's my Gibson 12 or Gibson 6-string guitar from the 30s that's now, all I can say is, I know he has got more money in guitars than I own in objects on this planet, because he just collects really cool stuff. He wouldn't tell you he's an authority on instruments, but he's definitely authority on mid-century Gibson products back in the 1800s and the 20s and 30s. He just knows more than anybody should be allowed to know. And I think he'd like you a lot, because we were just talking about the young people have to find themselves and kind of not just do it. The fact that you're not doing what everybody else is doing is great. And so is there anybody like your dad or someone else in the band's dad that has had any production experience or anything like that?
So I would say like the guys in the band have kind of been playing with production and recording their own stuff, and I would say it's just a working effort to try to figure out, I guess, how the way that they want to record and the way that they like their sound to be, or what they like to pursue, I suppose.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about their personalities, the drummer, the keyboardist, or bass player, and just tell me a little bit about your crew.
So we have Luke Hart on lead guitar, and he likes to do guitar solos. And I would say they're all a really great bunch. We have Evan Tennant back on the drums, and he's a wicked good drummer. He's only 17, and Luke is only 15, and then Randy on bass. He's Evan's dad, and so he plays guitar, and he actually has his business is making guitars and fixing guitars, and
wow.
Customs. Big shout out to actually,
What's the name of his shop? I have to ask.
RT Custom
Archie Customs in Syracuse.
in Syracuse. Yeah, you can check them out on like Instagram, social media, and stuff like that.
Hi, Archie. We're glad to have you here. Anybody who's making guitars is a friend of us. That's all I can tell you. It's like that old saying. Some women, when you're married, say, "You bought another guitar. Oh, you gonna sell the other ones?" Oh, I didn't plan on it, but can I tell you?
Hey, as long as they make some basses too, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Pick it up. We can bring them on.
Oh, we have a phone.
I'm teasing you.
We are on air.
Hi. We're live with
Neve.
Brian from Grace Musicians Group. Shout out to Brian. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
They say hi. He says hi.
Hi, Brian.
Awesome.
To ask him, does he have any interesting human tricks he'd care to perform on the show?
Dan, do you have any tricks you would like to perform?
Careful, we're gonna start getting feedback here in a second.
That's okay.
All right.
Adds to the charm of the show.
I'll talk to you later.
I want to know what that young man had to say. What kind of tricks has he got in his?
He says nothing appropriate for the internet.
Oh,
Great
believe me,
answer.
there's
Now,
no FCC here where everything's
Absolutely.
appropriate.
Yeah, but we don't want to get him in trouble or Sydney.
Nobody knows.
We are above board here. We run a nice, clean show. Your dressing room doesn't have a gallon of vodka or anything. It's just kind of a artificial dressing room in the sky, the green room. In fact, I want to make sure there's nobody in there lurking who's been on a show before and they're just waiting to come
what?
on.
Ew,
Lurkers in the green room.
that'd be so creepy. And how would
They're
they
trying to
do
get
that?
your phone number, Julie. I tell you.
Oh God,
They're leaving
you didn't
notes
give it
on
to
the
him.
wall and stuff. I don't know what kind of friends
Serious?
you have, but poor Julie. I'm terrorizing. Merry
What?
Christmas, Jules. I'm just having fun with you. You know that. Well, listen, Sydney, I have to tell you, this has been great fun. You have any really super? What are you doing for Christmas?
We're just staying home. We are doing a Christmas thing at my aunt's house. We always go to my grandparents' house, but this year
Cool.
my aunt's house, and we just kind of open presents Christmas Eve from our family, from our aunts and uncles and stuff.
Cool. Well, that sounds like the great thing. I know I'm going to be going out shortly to make one little sprint around town.
Very
Like,
nice.
guys are notorious, like, especially when it's the person, our love interest, we forget to, like, shop the week before Christmas. You go, I got it covered. I got this covered. Here we are. And I still have a couple things that I haven't gotten.
I've done that.
I think instead this year I'll just send apology cards that, sorry for the late Christmas present, but
Sorry for the late.
extra 20.
You can do
My-
the like really cheap, like just make like handmade coupons. Like, I will make you breakfast.
There you go, the coupon
There you
book.
go.
Yeah, my mom has this reoccurring nightmare every year that it's Christmas Eve. She hasn't bought a gift yet, and she's outside of the mall banging on the doors because they just shut it. Every year she has that, like this week, like the week of or a couple days before, and like today's her birthday. So it's all this
Happy
stress,
birthday,
right?
Mom.
Right? Hey, mom, happy birthday. Yes, there's all this stress, right? So she has the same nightmare every year. She's so upset that she can't get into the mall to buy Christmas gifts.
Actually, I think this is a good time. Is Mom home?
My mom.
No. I mean, your mom too. She can join us. We'll sing happy birthday to Julie's mom.
Yeah.
No. Let me, if you give me a second, you two can talk to
Okay,
amongst
we'll
yourselves. I'll be right
commiserate.
back.
If anybody has any questions for Sydney, now's a good time to write them in here. I see several of you watching. If you have a question, pick them up. Hey, Kenny, what's happening, man? You're hanging with my friend Kenny McGee. I love it. Can you do sign language?
Can I?
Yes.
No, I can't. I wish I could.
Well, I can't either, but I just pretend to play it on television. I'm probably going to get shot for flashing the wrong gang sign. Somebody's going to think I'm either right. I'm getting my street cred. I'm working on it. The only older white guy from suburbia who flashes gang signs that has no idea.
My Ric Flair Christmas sweater. That's where I get my.
I was wondering what your. I noticed it was Christmas. Ric Flair. Wow, that is fucking amazing. Excuse me, that is amazing. You would know who Ric Flair is. Interesting
Well,
to me.
we watch WWE. We got the channel on our TV, and so we watch it
Okay.
all the time. And so I have a Hulk Hogan one as well. But I
Oh,
went
great.
for one today.
Very cool. Very cool. So tell me, what do you like in school? What's your favorite topic? What do you plan to be otherwise? Do you have plans for college, that kind of thing?
So I would say my favorite subject's probably English because I like to write. And
Right.
kind of goes hand in hand with the music thing.
Of
Um,
course.
if I went and did anything after, so I'm a senior this year, so next year I'll probably end up doing more music stuff, maybe like an internship or something. I haven't thought that far ahead, but right now I'm just trying to
Gotcha.
plan out the new record, and then
Hi.
oh, we have
So tell
we have
me,
the
we have Julie's mom here. How about does your mom want to join us and sing happy birthday, or is she gonna go? This guy's really crazy. Don't ever call him again.
Hey, Neil, I already know.
Well, you've been around a while, so the stories they tend to filter out. Some of
I
them
have
are
been around a
true.
while.
Any of them that make me sound like an evil person, though, they're all lies. They're just made up by my, I don't know.
No, hey Neil, we love you, so
I love you
I'm just
too.
joking.
I'm just joking back at you too. I have a lot of fun, and all I can say is good to see you. Today is my son William's birthday as well.
Oh my goodness, no kidding. Wow.
Yep,
How
it
old,
is.
Neil?
He is going to be 17 this year.
Oh Lord.
He's a big old strapping lad. I barely cracked 6 feet. My son is like 6'4".
No kidding.
Amazingly big kid.
Wow.
Oh, we have another caller on the Sydney hotline. Hi,
So
this is
do we
Neil.
want Sydney to? Can we sing Happy Birthday? Was that what
Yes.
we wanted to do?
Does your mom want to sing with us,
Sydney?
or just
This
you?
is Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
This is my mom. Sydney's
Hello,
from
happy
upstate New York, and we're from Rochester originally, and then
Oh,
moved
wow.
down to Tampa. So Sydney is a singer-songwriter, and we're interviewing her, and I think we are going to sing Happy Birthday to you now.
Aw.
And Brian Cooper is a friend of mine. He also wishes you a happy birthday to Julie's mom. And I'm going to lead off. Here we go. Let's count this out. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Julie's mama. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, that made my day. Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a nice birthday, and I hope you have lots of fun tonight. You guys with the birthday this time of year kind of get ripped off. I think it's a plot.
Yeah, it's all good.
I joke about it. I always, I love a birthday or Christmas. I love it all. I'm Mr. Christmas here, as you can see. I
can
tried
see
to get
that.
a job with Santa, but I couldn't pass the. They had a couple of tests that I didn't pass. They were told me that
All
I
right,
had
guys.
to sort out my life and then come back next year.
Thanks again,
Anyhow.
and Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to you.
Thanks,
Sydney,
guys.
before this descends into totally craziness here on our end, would you like to play another song before you go?
Sure.
Before we go?
I'm gonna break out the
There we go.
And really quick, I just want to say a big shout out to Grace Musicians Group, Breed Love Guitars, and the International Singer Songwriters Association.
Very
thank
good.
you so much for
Which-
having me today.
Excellent. Well, that's where I found you, is the International Songwriters Association, which I'm also a member, and that's how I found you. I was trying to remember I'm always looking online at bands and solo artists, and I just found you on that site, which my other good friend Craig Coleman I met on there.
Very cool.
And do you know Craig Coleman?
I feel like I've heard the name. I don't know if
Okay, him and his wife Nikki will be on the show tomorrow. We're going to be playing some Christmas music as well. It'll be, let me think, it's 5 o'clock our time, so it'll be 3 o'clock Seattle time. But usually when we get them on, we have to wake them up to be on a 10 a.m. show, and I feel bad for them. They're all just like, what? Hold on, I got to get my coffee, tune my guitar. It's like I feel terrible getting them up at that awful hour. But so let's tear it up once more.
Yep,
Everybody,
let's do
here's
another
Sydney.
one.
All right, so this one's called Rain. This is my other single that we put out. It was the lead single off of the new EP, and you can check this out on my website as well, on limited edition CD. And we have a music video out for it. We shot it up in Sylvan Beach in New York. Big thank you to Willie's Chop Shop, Grace Musicians Group, and everyone who was in the video. It goes like this.
Great.
Guess I never know where I'm going from here. In the light, let it die, resting on delusion, too far off to come near. Just hardly the colors start making out clear. It looks like rain washed out some of the pain away, facing like a pretty face. Diamonds could fade of what I was. Won't let water melts to blood. All too honestly, you ran away and me, play like a pawn on a string, blinded by the noise drowning everything you said, baby. Lean on me, please just let me believe, let me be. I'll wait here all day for the rain. Clean, ooh, it looks like rain washed out some of the pain, facing like a pretty face. Ooh, diamonds cut the fate of what I was. One like water mixed to blood. So wash me away, wash me away, wash me away these tears, mascara stain. Wash me away, stand in the downpouring rain. Wash me away in lightning, in lightning. Ooh, it looks like rain. Ooh, it looks like rain washed out some of the pain, facing like a pretty face. Ooh, diamonds cut the fate of what I was. Like water melts to blood. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Excellent.
Right.
Loving it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
I have to ask one last question. Have you ever heard Joni Mitchell?
No.
It's interesting because I noticed just a little hint of Joni Mitchell for my friends out there who love Joni. It's I just caught a little whisper of her vibe, and I like it a lot. I think it's an unintended consequence of just having a good musical vocabulary.
I appreciate that. She's definitely a fantastic musician. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to listen to her, but I'll put that on my list of stuff to listen.
I'll tell you what, just give it a list. It'll be interesting to see what you think of it. She's very unique. There's only one Joni Mitchell. Oh.
Yeah. I'm not the only one getting phone calls, I guess.
I know. Geez, I'm feeling left out.
Who would have been live on the show and apparently doesn't know. Dude, we're live. Let me turn this down so that we don't get interrupted. Okay, listen, everybody watching. It's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. For Eve. I hope everybody out there is having a great time. We have really enjoyed Sydney. She's a fine young lady, and we love her. And, Sydney, stay in touch with us. We'd love to have you on anytime.
And let us know where we can find you online.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's going to be Sydney Irving Music. I'm also on YouTube. Or you can check out my website, sydneyirvingmusic.com. And that's going to have all upcoming shows. And we're super excited to have a bunch of shows booked for 2021, all in Syracuse and upstate New York and stuff like that. We're going to be actually at the International Singer-Songwriter Association Award Show next year at the award show playing.
Oh, congratulations.
Where are they going to be held next year? Do you know?
I think in Atlanta still.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, great. I'll have to keep that in my calendar book, and who knows, maybe we can go down there, Jules, and do a live shoot.
Yeah, sure. That'd be awesome.
And I think there'd be a lot of folks who'd enjoy it. It's funny. I have a friend of mine said, he said that he's got to pay for your song. And so I just wrote him back, don't be a cheap ass Scrooge. Forget about it. Get out of my room. Break out that credit card, James. Come on, man. You can afford it. Everybody out there, please open your wallet, open your heart. I actually know she's already done that for you all. So listen, Sydney, we're going to see you real soon. Everybody out there likes watching Live with me. We will be on. We have one final performance tomorrow for this year, or for the holiday season. And I take that back, because we will be on Saturday. But tomorrow night, we have Craig Coleman and his beautiful wife, Nikki, will be on with us. And in the afternoon, 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 Nashville time, we have the amazing and talented Billy Crane of the Outlaws. Billy has been with them from the beginning, played all around the world, and we're going to have him on live, singing a little bit of Christmas music, and we hope everybody will join us. Sign up for Sydney's social media, her band page, all that good stuff. And if you like the show, sign up for us. You can sign up on YouTube, and I dig it. At any rate, it's Christmas. Send Sydney Irving some money. In fact, I might have to get all televangelists.
Send us some money. Send us some money, too, while you're at it.
Yeah, right. Send the money. So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern to have on Billy Crane. We will definitely be back with Sydney Irving anytime we can. We're going to have you back. See you in 21. I think you're going to have a bright future.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sydney.
Right. Your folks, we think they're great, too.
Thank you.
Follow, subscribe, like us anywhere you find webcasts and on all of our social media to get bonus material. Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.